Hi, so you need to be camera ready for your next photo shoot and your video shoot, and you're not bringing in a professional hair, makeup, and wardrobe stylist. What do you do? Well, my name is Byrd, and I'm the CEO and founder of Makeup by Holly Beauty Partners, where we help professionals to be camera ready. So we own a corporate image consulting and personal branding agency, and we are providing those services for clients nationwide. So if you are getting ready for your photo shoot and your video shoot, and you need to be camera ready and you want some do-it-yourself tips at home, here are some things that I would like for you to consider. I want you to consider your audience, okay? So you are getting ready to do a campaign, or you're doing a headshot or what have you, and you want to use these images, or you want to use this video for professional reasons. What and who are you going to be talking to? And you really want to capture the attention of your target audience. So think about it. When you take a picture, it's a static image. It's one that people are going to see it in your marketing materials. They're going to zoom in, they're going to pan, they're going to look at every detail of this image, and you want it to be picture perfect. And in order to help you to be camera ready, here are some tips that are really going to help you be picture perfect. Think about, first and foremost, your skincare. The better your skin looks, maybe the less makeup you will even need. So just make sure that you have a skincare regimen, that you are cleansing your skin and it looks radiant and healthy. And if you have problems, for example, with dry skin where it looks maybe flaky, you want to make sure that you moisturize really well so that it's not flaky and it doesn't look really textured on camera. So that's really going to help. So take care of your skin. If you are someone who has really bushy brows, or your brows haven't been groomed in a while, then make sure you pay attention to your brows. Get them groomed, razor them at home, or tweezer them a little bit if you need to. Even you guys, usually guys have brows that the hairs are kind of going in, they're a little bit unruly. So you just want to make sure that you can kind of tweeze or trim those hairs that are just going a little too stray, and just kind of clean those up so your brows look really nice and groomed. Another thing you want to pay attention to is make sure that your lips, if your lips are dry, that you just kind of moisturize, put some basic Vaseline or Carmex or something on your lips so your lips don't look really dry and textured either. All right. Another thing that you want to think about is if you're going to be wearing earrings, ladies, make sure that your earrings aren't tarnished. They're not too busy to distract and take away from your face, from your headshot in particular. They shouldn't be too big and too busy and distracting. Unless that's part of your brand, then of course stick with your brand, but be cognizant of that. You also want to make sure that your hair should be neat. Your hair can be polished. It should be professional, and that you don't have a lot of flyaways. We see that happen pretty common and pretty often. So just take care of your hair. Make sure it's, that you gel it, or you brush it, or you hairspray it so that the hairs aren't kind of going all over the place. And ladies, if you need to color your roots or anything like that, try to pay attention to your roots if that's of concern for you. Fellas, same is true for you. If you have a beard or mustache and you feel like the hairs are maybe a little grayer than you would like, or what have you, then maybe think about just doing some at-home little quick dye touch-up, and just to kind of pay attention to the roots of your hair as well. All right. As far as hair, again, just making sure it's polished, it's professional, and that you don't have a lot of flyaways. That's the biggest concern, because flyaways are hard to Photoshop and they're hard to manage in post-production. So the better you are at managing those at home, the better it's going to be overall. Also bring those products with you to the photo shoot. So bring your gel and your hairspray, your brush and your comb to the photo shoot in case your hair is moving a lot, and especially if you have a fan to give you a little bit of play in your hair or your clothing, then you want to keep those hair products handy to make sure you can always make sure your hair is back in position. So we've talked about skincare, we've talked about hair, we've talked about all of those details. So let's get into makeup. So if you're going to be wearing makeup, and I highly recommend camera ready makeup, even if you are a minimalist and you don't really wear makeup on a normal basis, it's very important to wear makeup to kind of help with the lighting. When you're in front of professional lighting, and when you're in front of a professional camera that has flash, or if your photographer is using HD, which is high definition, and they see all the pores, every detail, then you want to make sure that not only is your skin moisturized like we talked about before and it's not dry and flaky, but also that you have camera ready makeup to combat any discoloration in your skin. So if you have like little brown spots or red spots or any discoloration in your skin, you want to try to minimize that as much as you can with makeup. You also want to make sure you don't look tired on camera. So you want to use concealer or something under the eyes to make sure that you don't look really tired and haggard. And so you also want to use, what's really, really important, even for guys, is just a little bit of powder, translucent setting powder, and it says translucent on the packaging. But if you don't have that, at least some type of face powder that's gonna give you more of a matte, M-A-T-T-E finish, which means you just look a little bit flatter, you don't have a lot of shine. You always wanna minimize the shine on your face. Wherever you feel like it's too shiny, when you can see that with the naked eye, it's gonna get exacerbated in the camera under the lights. So make sure you pay attention to where there's shine, add more powder to remove that shine. Also, ladies, if you are speaking, for example, you want to draw attention to your lips with a nice color, like a pop of color on your lips. And so you can do that with a nice soft red or pink or fuchsia in my case, or purple. Just adding a nice bit of color to your lips to really draw attention to them when you're speaking. Also, it's great because you can bring that color to your face, which means you don't look washed out in front of the camera. Sometimes when photographers are using a lot of flash, it can make you look a little bit washed out. And so you want to bring that color back to your face with color cosmetics. So using lipstick, using a nice blush or bronzer on your cheeks is really a great, another great place to add color to your face. And then if you wanted to use 1 to 2 colors of eyeshadow just to make your eyes pop, definitely mascara, and or if you're really comfortable, a false lash. Okay, that's really gonna make your eyes pop. The eyes are truly the window to your soul, and so when your eyes are popping, that really opens up your eyes. It makes you look more engaging. It makes people really want to like draw into you. So making your eyes pop with those things is really gonna help. And again, if you don't remember anything else with makeup, just make sure you don't look too shiny and you don't look tired on camera. After you're done with your makeup, you can always get in front of natural lighting to take a picture. That's gonna mimic kind of what the lighting would be like in the photographer or videographer's studio. And you can also take a picture of yourself with and without flash so you can see how your makeup is going to translate and see if you need to add a little bit more for the camera. The camera will absorb about 10 to 15% of makeup and how it translates naturally. So you want to add just a little bit more than you would for your day-to-day look, just to make sure you are popping in the camera, and again, you don't look washed out or you don't look ashy and you don't look tired. All right, so that's really, really important for your makeup. And then let's go a little bit further into more grooming. So think about your nails. If your nails are going to be in the photo or the video, then you want to make sure that your nails don't look chipped at all. They're nice and there's a nice color. They're not jagged, they're not dirty or anything like that. So clean under them and all of that. That's really important too. And that goes for you too, guys. Make sure that they're filed, they're not jagged, they're not dirty. That's really gonna make a huge difference. And then lastly, I would like to talk about your shoes. If your feet are going to be in the images or the video, make sure your shoes are clean. They aren't worn, the heels aren't worn, the toes aren't worn, and that that your shoes are really nice and neat as well. All of those details matter. Your skin matters, so make sure you bring lotion. Make sure you lotion your hands really well. Make sure you lotion your elbows if they're gonna be exposed, and your feet or your ankles and your knees if they're gonna be exposed as well. So all of those details matter. Those are all gonna help to ensure that you have do-it-yourself tips for at-home grooming prior to your photo shoot, and making sure that you are camera ready. And keep in mind that if you don't want to spend time on grooming and you need some professional assistance to make sure you're camera ready and that you're standing out and you're really getting the attention of your target audience, feel free to contact us with Makeup by Holly Beauty Partners. We would love to make sure that you are camera ready.